Hello, Internet. The king leans forward and says,
Should you wish to head to a place, you must prove yourself to Beoldrath.
To be what?
Beoldrath, the eldest of our city.
Okay.
She resides below the Elder Hall. However, you must also prove to yourself me. I will assign you a dangerous task.
Right.
Do you think you are up to the challenge, Stormcrows?
That's not our name, but probably.
he looks and glares one by one at each of you.
Advisors, do these people look up to the task?
You see all of them just start nodding and looking at each other and just unanimously agreeing.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Very
Or just gives him
well.
a huge thumbs up.
Listen well, Stormcrows. You must take yourselves below the Elder Hall and gain approval from Beoldrath yourselves. However, you must also take with you our most highestest security prisoners to be judged for their crimes against Brightcandle.
Okay.
Bring out the prisoners!
You hear chains begin to move, kobolds scurrying here, there, and all over. From out behind one of the massive stuff piles, you can see a cage being dragged with a gigantic creature. And then as it begins moving closely, he goes,
What? No, not that one.
they all stop.
No, put back, later.
They all start
Can
dragging
Mord
it
get a
back
little
away.
closer and look at it?
It's a behir.
Oh my god.
Six-legged lightning lizard of death.
That's really bad.
Yeah,
No, not that one. Put back.
How did they capture that?
very carefully.
My god.
Bring out the real prisoners.
Kobolds begin heading back behind the pile of stuff and bring out 3 individuals. Kent, if you would like to describe your character.
So, he's kind of a tall man, real goofy looking sometimes. It's just kind of he looks like a cowboy with a big smile on his face, and under his leather coat is a blue tunic. He's just kind of looking around. He doesn't really know what's going on.
Silas, if you would like to describe your character.
Okay. Picture Dwight Schrute as a cleric.
Oh, we could use examples.
Sure, yeah. And this is what he looks like.
Check the
I just
peanut
have to do the
gallery chat.
That's beautiful.
Where?
Peanut gallery chat on the Discord.
Okay. Oh my god.
He's got a little iron stone witch rolling around his head.
I've been editing.
I was unprepared.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck yeah.
I've been editing Brock's face onto Clint Eastwood's head for the past little while we've been listening.
Wow.
Insane. Insanity.
So, Anne, if you'd like to describe your character.
Hi, yeah. What you see before you is, it looks half elven, but in the face, kind of a longer, chin and jaw, kind of snout, kind of comes out a little bit. But then he has on leather armor. Nothing crazy, a little bit of metal studs around the shoulders and elbows and whatnot. But you also see the same blue color fabric that Sling has on.
Right, yeah, of course.
Stick into the back of his leather armor, the symbol of Saren Ray, and also various silk blue embroidery along the leather armor.
Also, yeah, they are, as
25.
as they described, they are all wearing these blue silk outfits. They have other
in some sort of way.
yeah, they all have other outfits over them. They still have stylized it to each of the individual, but they are still all wearing the blue silk somewhere.
So, what did they do?
These people were caught, along with another, attempting to steal one of our greatest artifacts for
Look, buddy, it
profit.
wasn't my idea.
I do not care whose idea it was.
What was his name? Scrappy?
Yeah, Scrappy. Scrappy's not here at the minute, but...
Right.
Now, do you think you can escort such a dangerous gang of criminals?
Criminals, I resent that.
More turns to the
Resent what?
the three of them. I don't know. Are you gonna be trouble?
Slang shrugs. Nah.
Well,
To be quite honest, I don't remember how we got here. Slang said he knew away, and we ended up here. So, Slang,
It's kind of a blur.
what do you have to say?
Yeah, it hit my head a while ago.
I told you, I do not have the best memory. I
Or
just remember
turns.
being dragged down here by this little, I don't know. He told us we can get rich.
I do remember that.
so, great king.
Yes.
2 questions.
Go on.
Do you want me to make your food first or after?
I desire
You can cook,
food
dude.
soon.
I'll make your food first then. Second, if we're escorting them down there, and they try anything, can I break their hands?
Yes.
Oh, don't
You
do
heard
that.
it. I can break your hands.
You don't,
Quick
you
roll.
don't need to worry about that, partner.
Whoa, hold up.
I just
speak to
wanted
the-
it to be known. I am allowed to break your hands.
Okay.
Oh, we understand that.
I appreciate your honesty.
He has about 3 hammers on him, by the way.
He
You can see.
does. Many weapons.
Slang is trying his best not to look scared.
Gambit talks to the Cobalt King. You need someone to cook you a meal?
This man here must cook for me as punishment for the ruckus.
Hey, cooking's my thing.
Wait,
If you
I can
wish
do it
to
too.
assist, you may as part of your sentence.
Oh, the funny thing is, we actually have the best cook in all of the land with us right now as we speak.
Oh God!
Do you propose a contest?
I mean,
Jesus Christ.
That sounds like a great idea.
some sort of competition where we face each other and they cook a beautiful meal, and you will be the judge. And at the end, the loser gets their pinky chopped off.
Make a persuasion
no,
check.
no.
Make a persuasion
Wait.
check. Make a
What?
More
Or
looks
Gambit?
at both of them and
Slang looks
crosses
over
his
with
arms.
sweat.
I support this.
What?
Of course you
Make
do.
a what check?
Persuasion. Make
Alright,
a perception check for me.
Someone please make sure my pinky doesn't get cut off from this because this is my punishment. So
No guarantees.
Anything
I've
not.
already
Might have to
lost
get
2
you another
fingers.
What'd you say, Ann?
I rolled a 2, but I have +7, so 9.
Okay.
Crispy too.
The kobold rubs his chin thoughtfully.
Do you agree?
He then silently reaches his hand aside, and an associate hands him a fake beard that he puts on and continues to stroke it.
Oh my God.
Slings and clap.
Almighty Cobalt King, does this please you?
Actually, you know what? I think we could up the stakes. Make this even more exciting.
Do you think?
Oh,
I think whoever wins should go free.
Oh, I like that even more.
Slang, what do you desire to cook for the king?
so
Do they have to cook the
In
same
this
thing, or
situation-
are they like
Slang's feeling pressured.
I mean, he
What
hasn't
does Slang
said what
do?
you need to cook, so you could decide.
Soup,
same ingredients?
a beautiful stew.
Okay, stew. All right, what ingredients do you ask for?
Oh, he's good at this. He's done
I
this
ask
before.
for carrots,
That's true.
onions,
Okay,
potatoes, and a form of meat, like his favorite kind of meat,
Okay.
his choice.
they have all of those. Mord, you already said what you wanted. Is there anything additional you'd like, given the risen stakes of this? Like a steak, for
I'm
example?
looking at what I already have. Yeah, I just asked them for meat, so I don't know what they brought. I'm
it's not
assuming
here
they
yet.
already showed up. So.
No, it's not here
Oh, they
yet.
haven't?
No,
Okay. So I asked them for bread,
they have that.
and I asked them to just bring all the bread. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes.
Okay,
I asked them for vegetables, and I said bring all the vegetables, so that'll
Okay.
be interesting.
it will be.
Yeah, I'll ask one of them for their best meat,
Okay.
and then I'll turn to another one and say, bring me their second best meat.
I see.
Because I don't know what their definition of best is, so we're just trying it all.
Okay, valid.
Think that's all I'll need.
What you think about cooking? Need help?
Are you offering help to your opponent?
Oh gosh, Slang.
You want to help me?
I mean, sure, as long as you help me.
I'm pretty sure if you help me, you're not going to be helping yourself. Isn't the winner going to go free? So if I win, you're going to be locked up.
Well, what if we made something so incredible that both of us go free?
Wait, you guys made a deal. Whoever succeeds goes free.
Yep.
You do realize that out of our group, I'm the only one who's gotten in trouble.
They said they were better at cooking, Nissa.
Well, Slang is pulling out his cookpot and rummaging through his secret stash of spices, realizing he only has cumin. And he just, a long sigh, acceptance. And he looks over to his pals and is like, I hope you guys have a plan, because this ain't gonna work out.
I use my link with Slang, and I'm like, it's okay. I think I can get us out of this.
Okay.
All right.
At this point, the kobolds return with some meat. It's definitely meat. It's from something big. It's a little stringy.
Okay.
It's hard to tell what it's from exactly. They cut it into
How
they cut it
recently do I think it was killed?
pretty recently.
Like,
The
did
last
they
day or
just
so.
go kill this thing, or has it been dead for a little
Oh,
bit?
they might have just go killed this thing and chopped it up just now. It's hard to tell.
Okay.
But yeah, they split it into 3 pieces and give Mord 2 of the pieces and give Kent and give Slang 1 of the pieces. The pieces that Mord gets are smaller, so it's about the same amount of meat. But Mord asked for their best and second best, so they did that.
Right. Right. Should have known.
For the sake of this, I'm just gonna ask, Mord, what is your proposed crafting project for this?
He asked for a sandwich. I'm going to make him a sandwich.
Now, what do you describe to me? Paint me a word picture. What does this sandwich look like? Kind of.
So it's 2 really nice slices of sourdough, just a little bit toasted, just a little bit, not very much.
On your
Just enough to make it a little.
On your new, basically panini press that you've constructed out of cast iron pans.
Yes, yes, that's exactly what I used. It's just a little bit toasted. I don't know what kind of vegetables I got, but it's got some of those on there. Lettuce, maybe?
I mean, they don't really have, like... It's not lettuce. It's purple and weird and a little stringier, like celery kind of stringy. It tastes kind of like... It's like celery kind of taste, but with a weird fruity aftertaste. You have no idea what plant this is from. There's some weird Underdark veggies that are here that are like weird. They're all pretty like pale colors and they're kind of strange, but they're reminiscent of potatoes and onions.
Any mushrooms?
Oh yeah, lots of mushrooms. That's like the thing that
Lots of
most
mushrooms.
down
All
here.
right, I'll slice some of those up. I'll cook them a little bit. Put those on there.
Alright.
I'll put some of those leafy greens on there, and I'll cook the meat really nice. Give it a nice on both sides. I don't actually know that much about cooking in real life, but I know it's going to be good.
Fair enough.
I'll put that on there. With
You're telling me that you, a college student, do not know a lot about good cooking. Alright. Alright,
Yeah, dude, so we're gonna this, a little bit of that, little bada bing, little bada boom, boom, done.
there you go. The pastrami sandwich. So you've got,
most of what I know about cooking is what bottles of spices to buy to throw at things to make cheap meat taste good. That doesn't work in this scenario.
So for cheap meat, pocket sand.
Pocket sand. So go ahead and roll for this. It's gonna be...
I have a question. As this involves metal implements, can one use one's channel divinity to get a little bit of a boost?
Make an intelligence check.
21.
Yeah, you think it would give you a little bit of a boost, but not much.
I will take what I can get.
So you use your channel, you use your divine power to make this sandwich. So
He really focuses on cooking.
So go ahead and roll
13.
Okay, so you are
six.
currently cooking. Slang. Describe to me your stew.
Ooh.
So, Slang has his pot, but he has nothing to put in it. But he notices a fountain in the room.
Yes.
He kind of slyly walks over, kind of looking around, and thinks to himself, "These kobolds can't. They probably think this is going to taste better." And he takes a scoop of the water from the fountain and brings it over to the fire over here on the right. Is that a fire?
Oh, yes, sure. Yes, let's go with that.
So he goes ahead and slices up all of the ingredients that he had been given, and he's adding them in sort of one by one in an order that kind of changes in the order of what is the most flavorful to the meat kind of in line that way,
Okay.
so that the liquid itself is gaining some taste.
Can I
Throw
use a
some cumin.
historian feat to help him with this?
Use a what?
My historian feat?
Oh, yes, you
Nah,
can.
you don't need to help me.
You can.
Oh, wait.
So it's
I
like
love that feat.
Yeah, it's a good one. Go and roll your DC 15 history check to attempt a historical stew example.
DC.
Okay, here we go.
He's attempting to provide you with historical examples about cooking stew to help you.
21.
21. Okay. So as you're cooking, you just hear Alma just like, well, back in the days before the Divergence, they had a recipe for the finest stew in the Underdark, and he just starts going on a ramble. And you get a couple ideas from it. Now, how ambitious do you want to make this stew?
He's going to play it moderately safe.
And you go. Oh wait, I forgot. Oh wait, you rolled a 6, Will. Will, roll a d10.
10.
10. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you what that does yet. But
Okay.
it's quite a good one. You're both cooking. You're like occasionally looking over each other, complete strangers now connected by this sudden contest of skill.
Partway through, Mord's just like starting to act really annoyed, and he opens up the top of his bag, waves his hand, and yells, "Drift globe, light!" And a big blue ball floats out of his bag and lights up above his head.
So you can immediately tell, Mord, as you're like making this sandwich, and you've got this makeshift jury-rigged like press here. You look over and you can see like this big pot, and you can see Slang just like grinning to himself, like humming a tune, throwing ingredients in like spices, and you're like, he's been doing this a while. He's definitely been doing this a while. And Slang, you looking over at Mord, you can see him like doing all these fancy magic tricks, and you're like, wow, he's magic.
Can I walk over to him?
Yeah, you walk over like while you're waiting for the stew, as he's like currently pressing the panini.
Slang puts his hands in his pockets and he's like, "Wow, you look like a cool looking dude. I like your moves, man. What you making?"
Sandwich.
Good idea. Can't go wrong with the classics.
Thanks.
In the spirit of friendly competition, nice to meet you. My name's Slang Richards, gentleman, slayer of beasts. He holds up his hand.
Meet you. There's Mord of the Stormcrows. Mord like throws some things around and then reaches out and grabs, like aiming for your hand, but probably like a good bit of your arm as well, as his hands are as big as most of the pans he's working with.
Yeah.
Whew, firm grip. Listen, if you need any help, just.
I don't need any help, thanks.
All right. Okay.
Be nice, Mord.
I love Slang.
I am being nice, Nissa.
As you're all looking at each other, like some of you were talking, Olma has long finished his explanation of the historical stew and is now writing it down so he doesn't forget it.
Sling is trying to write this down as well, but
Yeah.
he is not very good at it.
You all are looking at each other, and as you are finishing up your meals, you can hear the tick, tick, tick of the Kobold King, King Maketaker, descending from his throne.
Yes.
How do you present your meals?
Sling's going to take a wooden bowl from his bag. He's going to
Very rustic.
ladle the soup into the bowl and kneel down a little bit and hold it out in front of him, like to present it.
He takes it. You see him dip down this long golden snout towards the bowl, and his tongue shoots out and tastes it. He moves to place it down on a table that isn't there, and a servant moves underneath him carrying a board. Then he looks over to Mord. How do you present your meal?
Mord takes out one of his 3 wooden plates, the only dishes he has, and he's just going to put the sandwich on there with some nice-looking vegetables next to it, and then hold it out for the king. And as he holds it out and the king moves over, he mutters under his breath as he, like, puts his arm out, and all the lights flicker in the room dramatically.
You hear some of the kobolds like,
Yeah, the lights flicker, the ground trembles just a little bit.
Slang smiles real wide. He likes the presentation.
He moves over, takes the sandwich, takes it up in both claws. You hear this loud crunch. He chews, swallows. He has this far off look in his eye for a second. Then he takes a step back.
Both of your meals were superb. I shall make a decision as to the winner. When you return from your deadly quest.
Excuse me, Mr. Cobalt King, just real quick. Why don't you take that piece of sandwich that you're eating, and why don't you just dip it in the soup a couple times, you know?
Roll a persuasion check.
My persuasion is +7.
That's
Can
a
I
20
give
then. And then he just takes a piece of the sandwich.
And make sure you dunk it in there, you know? Just give it a good old dunk.
Your overworld traditions are strange.
But
And he dips it in the soup. Everyone holds their breath. All the advisors hold their breath as he dips it into the soup.
if this is all we do today, I'm fine with it.
Crunch. His eyes go wide.
Sling almost cheers in excitement. He holds up a hand to Mord, like a high five.
Mort smiles and nods and holds up a hand to him, looking a little bit like, yeah, fine.
It's like a super awkward.
Yes!
It's like a super awkward, like you both almost high five, but it's like a really weak one.
Now they're kind of like held hands for a second. But
Yeah.
They acknowledge it. But
Adventure
away.
time.
Yeah.
This is superb. I have not tasted something this adventurous since 3 days past.
You see, this old tradition of dunking the delicious sandwich into the mighty fine soup started at this old place down in Chungus called the Onion Market. You know, you see, it's a concept that has not been created yet, but trust me, we've been working hard on it, and so, you know, maybe one day you can come up there and try it out once we're open for business.
We've been workshopping it.
You keep speaking of this place. This
Yes.
Chungus.
Well, yes, it is a beautiful land in all of the realm.
What and where is Chungus?
It's a little bit of a ice crown on Aimer.
Aimer. Yeah.
It's, you ever heard of Harvester?
What's Aimer?
Are we all like free to go now?
Oh,
No.
no, of course not. No, you must pass the trial of the eldest. And
Well, can
also, I must attempt to reach a decision as to your food.
Well, can we get the trial over with?
Yes, of course.
All right, cool. Thank you. Let's expedite this trial process. Good, Cobalt.
Finder,
Mort,
lead them to the Elder Hall.
while this is all happening, Mort is just gonna walk over to Slang and just mutter, do you have any more of that soup?
Oh yeah, buddy. Here, take the pot.